everyone. Welcome to today's creature feature at Assiniboine Park Zoo. Today we are going to be talking about one of my personal favorite animals, which is the red pandas, as we are celebrating International Red Panda Day weekend this weekend, which is also supported by Red River Co-op. My name is Heather. I am a zookeeper here at the Assiniboine Park Zoo. I'm also one of the lead organizers for International Red Panda Day weekend. Also with me we have Carla, who is also a zookeeper here, and she also cares for some of our resident red pandas. So let's go meet two of our red pandas.
Hi, so this is Red Panda Tanvi, and she was actually born here, and she is 3 years old.
What are
So
we
gentle.
feeding her here?
Pear.
You can also see that she's also got some bamboo that is part of the regular diet that we feed all of our red pandas. Bamboo is a really important part of their diet in the wild. It actually comprises up to about 95% of their entire diet. What's interesting as you watch her eat, I don't know if you had anyone notice, but red pandas actually have sort of an extended wrist bone, which kind of acts like a thumb. So the purpose for that is actually to help them hold onto food and to grasp it. Really neat adaptation that they have. Red pandas are endangered. They are considered or a part of what we call an SSP, Species Survival Program. And basically what that means is there is a group of people that monitor the population of red pandas in human care and will make recommendations as to which red pandas should breed with each other to promote as much genetic diversity as possible within the human care population.
We have a question here from Caitlin asking, how do red pandas react to our colder weather here in Winnipeg? And they're more indoor or outdoor. This is not our zookeeper, Caitlin, who you were just thinking.
Okay. So red pandas are found in Southeast Asia. There's 5 different countries that you can find them in: China, India, Bhutan, Myanmar, and Nepal. And they actually live sort of at the base of the Himalayan mountains, which is more temperate. So they actually really thrive in the cooler temperatures. They also have a lot of adaptations for cooler weather. So I don't know if you can see, but the bottoms of their feet are very furry. They have this beautiful long bushy tail that they will actually, when they're resting, they'll actually wrap around them sort of like a scarf, and it helps keep them warm. Red pandas are a very unique species, which is, again, why it's so important to try and protect this endangered species. It was once thought that they were related to bears, then it was thought that they were related to the raccoon family, but they've actually discovered that red pandas are their own unique species and belong to their very own family, so they have no known living relatives.
We have a great question here coming from St. John's High School. Are red pandas dangerous?
I wouldn't say that they're dangerous. We definitely, we do a lot of descents, a lot of training to get them comfortable with us. Red pandas are a very shy species. One thing that you can notice is that they have very sharp claws. And that's because red pandas are what we call an arboreal species, which means they mainly live up in the trees. So they use the trees to travel around in their home range. They use them to evade predators. They will even use them to give birth. So trees are very important for red pandas. Yeah, so I don't know that I would consider them dangerous, but I mean, they've got teeth for chewing food, they've got sharp claws, so, you know, all those things you definitely have to be aware of when we're working with them. But they're pretty, you can tell they're pretty comfortable around us, they're pretty calm.
A question here from Angeline. What are their natural predators?
Natural predators include, unfortunately, like every species, humans. But snow leopards are a big one for these guys. Also, yellow-throated martens will predate on red panda cubs.
Who else do we have here? Can we go see our other guy?
So back there we have Zorro. Carla will take you to see him.
We're just going through slowly here, being very careful in the enclosure. So can you tell me about Zorro? How old is he? What is he doing up there?
Zorro's a little bit more shy than some of our other pandas. He's good sort of one-on-one, but there's more of a presence here right now, so he's maybe a little bit not as comfortable as what he normally is. Zorro was born in Granby Zoo and then went to Edmonton Valley Zoo and then came to us after that. So I think he was born, I want to say 2013, so he's 7 years old.
Great. He is a little shy, so we'll give him some space. He doesn't seem to really want to be in our live stream here. We had another question a little bit earlier about what a red panda would eat in the wild.
Yeah, so primarily they eat bamboo. However, bamboo is only available to them in the wild in the winter months. So in the summer months, they will forage on other things, fruits, flowers. Sometimes they will even eat smaller rodents. So they'll definitely find ways to supplement their diet in the summer months. But primarily they eat bamboo. And unfortunately, one of the reasons that these guys are so endangered is because they are having a harder time finding bamboo in their natural environment. And that's largely due to deforestation as well as climate change. Climate change is actually altering where and how bamboo is growing. Red pandas are what we consider a specialist species. Which means they have very special requirements that they need to survive. And within their natural environment, there might be 40 to 50 different species of bamboo, but they actually only eat 1 to 2 species of it.
I love this question, just came up. Why are they called red pandas if they don't look like a panda? So I know that red pandas are the original panda. So can you talk about that a little bit?
They are the original panda. You know, I'm not actually 100% certain as to why they were originally called pandas. I mean, it probably related to the fact that they were once thought to be related to the giant pandas, but they're not. But that is a great question.
And red pandas were discovered, I forget the time frame, but before a giant panda was discovered.
They were, yeah.
So can you tell us what she's doing here and what's the purpose of the egg carton?
Yeah, so we do a lot of training and enrichment with all of our animals here at the zoo. It's really important for mental stimulation. It's really important to encourage natural behaviors. So right now, Carla just put a bit of her food in sort of a puzzle feeder, so she kind of has to manipulate a little bit more than if it was just in a pile on this platform. Now she actually has to kind of really manipulate the little carton to get the food bits out. Foraging is a really important natural behavior for all species, so we try to give them things like puzzle feeders, and we'll hide food in their habitats just to allow them to actually use those noses and bring out that foraging behavior.
Another great question here from Anne asking, do they need to get their nails trimmed here at the zoo?
They don't, mainly because we provide them with opportunities to wear those claws down as they need to. So by giving them lots of logs and trees that have bark on them, by giving them the opportunity to climb on trees and logs, they will wear them down as they need to.
Great.
If there are species that do need a claw trim, we do lots of training we do a lot of descents work where we will train a lot of our animals to allow us to trim their claws if need be.
So this weekend we're celebrating International Red Panda Day with Red Panda Weekend.
Yes.
Can you tell people a little bit about what they can expect to do here and see here at the zoo?
Yeah. So International Red Panda Day is technically this Saturday, but we like to make it a weekend of it. And it's just an event that focuses on education awareness. So we want to teach people about this endangered species so that more people are aware and maybe willing to also help protect and conserve this species. So lots of education awareness. We have some activities where we just talk to you about what red pandas are. We have a balancing obstacle course. So red pandas have this long bushy tail and they use that for balance. So we're gonna give people the opportunity to test their own balance. We have a craft station where you can make your own face mask, red panda face mask, and then get your picture taken at a fun little photo booth. And we have also some little donation fundraising opportunities. So all the money that we raise on the weekend, 100% of all of it is donated to the Red Panda Network, which is this phenomenal organization that focuses on red panda protection and conservation.
We had another question from St. John's High School asking, what is a red panda's average lifespan? And can you tell us, just remind us again how old these pandas are?
So Tanvi is 3 and Zorro is 7. Their average lifespan in the wild is anywhere from about 8 to 10 years. However, they do live longer in human care because we have vets that provide veterinary care as needed. They don't have sort of the struggles and stresses that they would have in the wild trying to survive on their own. They get perfectly balanced food every day. So in the wild, they can live anywhere from 15 to 20 years old.
Great. So one more question here from Stephanie. For the activities this weekend, do you have to be a child or can adults join in too?
I mean, adults definitely have come in the past and had just as much fun as some of the children. So absolutely. We started Red Panda Day weekend in 2012. This year we have had to simplify things quite a bit because of COVID. So we want to make sure everyone is healthy and safe. So we don't have as many activities as we normally would. But we do have a lot of fun activities for everyone to come and have fun.
Great. A question here from Olga asking, do they exhibit behaviors like being grumpy or happy? And how do you guys tell, or how does a zookeeper tell what kind of mood an animal is in? And this, I mean, great question about red pandas, but about all animals here in the zoo.
Yeah. We monitor their behavior really closely, so we can get a sense of how they might be feeling based on their behavior. So red pandas that are likely content are calm in their environment, they're resting. Like any species, they can have maybe an off day, but we can assess how we think they're feeling based on their behavior. Always being aware of what the behavior looks like, if they might be scared or, yeah.
Great. Another question asking, how much does a red panda eat in a day here, and how many zookeepers or animal care professionals are responsible for our red pandas?
Great questions. Carla, you'd have a better idea of how much they're eating right now, and it does fluctuate, I believe.
Yeah, their appetite definitely decreases in the summer months and increases towards breeding season, which is like from December to February, March. They get a variety of bamboo. That brown biscuit in the egg carton tray is a leaf eater biscuit, and that's a good portion of their diet. They also get produce, so they get a variety of fig, raisins, or grapes, pear, apple, yam, and carrot, and that is just a little bit of a portion of their diet, but most of their diet consists of the bamboo and the leaf eater biscuit.
Great. And in terms of how many people that we have that look after each animal, there's always somebody responsible for each animal at the zoo. It may not always be the same person, but it's a team that's used to working with that species all the time, so they get very familiar with each of those animals.
Yeah, so these two pandas have a consistent team of 3 animal care professionals, and then there's other members of the team that are not in as consistently, but that will kind of float in. So that's gives you a bit of an idea, I guess.
And in addition to those animal care professionals, there's a whole team of veterinarians and vet techs that are also responsible for all animals at the zoo, giving care 24/7.
Absolutely.
She's very curious about my little camera contraption.
Zorro's feeling comfortable enough.
Oh, okay, let's see. I will go very slowly towards Zorro, see if he's comfortable being on camera.
And his favorite is pear.
Oh, so he's getting some good treats now. Great. Is there anything else that either of you guys would like to add about Red Pandas or Red Panda Day? And I think we'll start wrapping up our live stream and hope to see people here this weekend. But before we do that, anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
All right.
It's a favorite of a lot of visitors here at the zoo, so I think red pandas are a popular animal at our zoo.
Absolutely. They're one of my personal favorites, just little fluffy faces that you can't help but fall in love with. So we'll just go to Heather here to wrap us up.
So thank you everyone for tuning in to today's creature feature. I really hope that you come and visit our activities this weekend that are happening from noon to 4, both Saturday and Sunday.
Great.
See you there.
Thanks for joining us.